Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. So on one of my previous videos, my special guest was a hit, so I decided to bring him back. He's still here, so if everybody wants to say hey, his name is MJ. Anyways, this was a highly requested video. I asked you guys what you wanted to see, and you said transphobic stuff, because we don't see enough of that in our day-to-day life. Anyways, this video is called Preferred Pronouns or Prison. This video is by PragerU, by the way, and they just have a lot of bad takes in general. I guess they're a university or something, I don't know. They have a big YouTube channel. I have reacted to their ads a lot in the past, and the stuff they say is just so beyond stupid. So anyways, let's do it.
If you want to control people's thoughts, begin by controlling their words. That's totalitarian thinking. It was once completely foreign to America.
Okay, so I know we're like 5 seconds into the video, but I wanted to test this theory out, okay? And me and you right here, we're gonna try it. Repeat after me, even if it's in your head, it's fine, because I know you don't want to embarrass yourself out loud. But say this: Sam Collins is the coolest YouTuber I've ever watched. I will write him a check for $10,000. So now repeat it, and I'll wait for you. Awesome. So if what she says is true, and you guys end up thinking that I'm the coolest YouTuber, and you're gonna write me $10,000 checks, I win.
Increasingly, Americans are forced to use language against their will or even their conscience, or be prepared to suffer the consequences. And those consequences can be dire.
No, but I'm sure this actually happens on a daily basis. Like, I'm sure that transgender people, has them at gunpoint and says, "Refer to me as ma'am," or "suffer the consequences." I could definitely see that happening.
Take, for example, the issue of transgenderism, the newest civil rights battle of our time.
Really? Transgenderism, the new religion of America. So the reason that transgender people are fighting for their rights is because people don't want us to have them. So, I mean, you kind of have to fight for it if you want it,
A decade ago, few people could even tell you what the word transgender meant.
Actually, I'll vouch for that. That's false. 10 years ago is when I actually learned what transgender was. Exactly like 10 years ago. So, like to debunk your theory there, Karen, for 10,000 points.
Today, expressing the wrong opinion on the issue can cost you your business or job or both.
Oh, I don't know. Why could that get you shut down? Maybe because it's discrimination? They're acting like if you accidentally say she or he, then you're gonna get fired. Like, that's not how it works. If you're going on a consistent basis and discriminating against somebody or saying, "F the transgender people, transgenders suck, I hate gays," obviously you're gonna get fired because you're discriminating. If you guys are all about common sense, why doesn't that make any sense to any of you?
Consider recent state and local actions punishing those who decline to use an individual's pronouns of choice.
But why would somebody decline to use someone's preferred pronouns? It's just so much effort to not do that. If you want me to call you Z, I might not understand it, but I really don't care enough to disrespect you. Like, that's just me as a human being. I'm not gonna be like, "No, you're a he or a she, shut up." Who cares?
In 2017, California Governor Jerry Brown signed legislation threatening jail time for healthcare professionals who willfully and repeatedly refuse to use a patient's preferred pronouns.
If you're intentionally misgendering somebody again and again and again, isn't there a point where it becomes harassment and not just a disagreement? Like, you're harassing this person by constantly calling them he and he and he or she or whatever. There's a difference between somebody accidentally slipping up and saying the wrong pronoun and consistently saying the wrong one on purpose to be an asshole.
Employers, landlords, and business owners who intentionally use the wrong pronoun with transgender workers and tenants face potential fines of as much as $250,000. That's a steep price for saying he instead of she, or she instead of he, or even he or she instead of they.
That's good, because it's discrimination, Karen. What else do you want me to say? If you're intentionally misgendering me, you don't like me because I'm trans. You're discriminating against somebody. Like, are we in 5th grade? I don't understand.
What about the vast majority of citizens who hold the biology-based view that chromosomes determine your sex, male or female?
Oh my god. Oh, it's the end of the world. People don't believe in chromosomes anymore or biology. It's all falling apart. The 1% of transgender people are ruining our society. Chromosomes aren't always 100% accurate. I'll say it there. There have been multiple studies where that doesn't correlate at all. But we'll just pretend that it does right now, okay? That's why transgender people are transgender. Because they don't align with the chromosomes they were given at birth. That's why we have trans right in front of man or woman.
In December of 2018, Peter Vlaming was fired from his job as a French language teacher because he refused to refer to a transgender student by the student's preferred pronouns. Vlaming's Christian belief prevented him from bowing before the notion that the student who had been a she in his class the year before was now suddenly a he. Vlaming was willing to use the student's chosen new name, but he avoided using any pronouns when referring to this student.
Really? How are you going to be a teacher and half-ass that? That's like a student half-assing the work. If you're going to say Dustin and then say she, what's the point, dude? So get your panties out of a knot, stop being a big baby, and just take away the yes and say he. You would have had your job.
You don't have to be religious to believe that one person can never be a they.
I refer to people as they all the time, unintentionally. Like, it comes out in my vocabulary, because that's how it works sometimes. These people are a bunch of big babies, if you ask me. They say that trans people are the babies, but they're the ones whining about using different pronouns. Oh my god.
People are forced to refer to others as they or co or thon. Yes, those are now considered pronouns.
Thon or co? I mean, I've heard of they. Don't be shy, show me the proof. Who is being forced to say co and thon? And even Z, for all that matter. I've been in the LGBT community for a long time, especially on Twitter, and I have never seen the pronouns co or thon. Ever.
What might otherwise be a courtesy now has criminal consequences. In most contexts, I would have no problem addressing others in any manner they chose, and I'm sure most Americans feel the same.
How is referring to me as a he a courtesy? That's just like a common sense thing that people would do. They're not going to be like, oh, you're transgender, he. Hey, how are you doing? He, him, are you doing well? Like, no one would ever, it's not a courtesy, it's just a respect. I don't know. Also, most people don't know when they're talking to trans people.
If the state can compel the use of certain words, it can force those who differ into silence. It can force its citizens to parrot beliefs they do not hold.
How is gendering somebody correctly parroting beliefs? Because they don't believe in transgender people? Are we like a magical, mystical creature? And we're just like put as a belief? Like, you can choose to believe in them or not. Like, they're mystical fucking creatures. We didn't come out of Narnia, okay? We came out of a womb just like you. We weren't created in a lab. We didn't come from a genie bottle. Well, I did, because I'm really cool and lucky. But other transgender people didn't. I just don't understand why it's such a big deal to respect somebody's pronouns.
The Fairfax County School District in Virginia removed the phrase biological gender from its curriculum and replaced it with the phrase sex assigned at birth. This is how the left legislates away the concept of biological sex without ever having to make the argument.
They mean the same thing, if I'm being totally honest. Sex assigned at birth is a little bit more of a dumbed down version of biological sex. It's something that you would say to people who don't understand what biological sex means. So, I mean, hey, I could take it or leave it. If you want to say my biological sex is female, that's cool. If you want to say my sex assigned at birth was female, that's cool. But what we know now is that I'm transgender. So, call me whatever you want from the past.
To the extent that the transgender movement seeks to promote compassion for those who struggle with their biological sex, we should be grateful for it. To the extent that it seeks to use government power to regulate our perspectives, commanding that we ignore biology and common sense, we should resist it.
This bitch is just mad because she can't call me the T word legally anymore. That's why they're all mad, by the way, because they can't say that to us without it being discriminatory. Haha, are you gonna cry? Do you need a binky? Do you need a baby bottle or a baby blanket? You're gonna cry? Oh no. So that concludes this awful ad. I'm not really sure how I missed this one in the past, but apparently I did. It's freaking hilarious, man. I tried not to say the F word. I'm trying to not swear as much, okay? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed that fucking awful video. And please, for the sake of yourself, use preferred pronouns or you might go to prison. Or you might get fined $250,000. So make sure you do it. you.